Hey everyone, this is Brian.
And this is Justin.
So we're going to run you through the flow rate calibration lab. So what we've got here is our flow loop, we've got our pumps, and 3 different sensors. We've got our vortex shedding meter, the magnetic inductance, and the rotometer. So for more details on how those work, you can check out the lab manual, and we're also going to be posting a file that has some of the math and more of the theory online. So what we're going to do is we're going to start the pumps. It's going to run through all of our different sensors and hit the rotometer last, return to our collection tank, and then recirculate from there. We're going to go from 8 gallons per minute on the rotometer, and then at 1 gallon per minute intervals, move down to 3 gallons per minute. And then once we get our measurements from the rotometer, the magnetic inductance, and the vortex shedding, we're going to move back up to check for hysteresis, and we'll have some details on what hysteresis is in those files as well.
Yeah, so we've got all 3 sensors in series, and since water is incompressible, that means they're all measuring the same flow at the same time. We want to give it a little bit of time in between each data collection point to make sure the sensors have evened out and they're reading the value. But for this setup, we can take measurements fairly quickly. The rotometer is simply a mechanical meter that we'll read directly off of, but both the magnetic meter and the vortex meter need to be powered. We have that hooked up. For more details on that, again, you can look in the PowerPoint that we'll be providing.
All right, so I think we're ready to get started. All right, so we are at 8 gallons per minute on the rotometer.
And we are at 6.5 on the vortex and 6.28 on the magnetic meter.
All right, and then we're going to move it down to 7. All right, so we are at 7 on the rotometer.
We are now at 5.6 on the vortex and 5.44 on the magnetic meter.
All right, now we're at 6 gallons per minute on the rotometer.
And we are at 4.8 on the vortex and 4.68 on the magnetic.
All right, 5 gallons per minute on the rotometer.
We're at 4.4 on the vortex and 4.26 on the magnetic.
All right, now we're at 4 gallons per minute on the rotometer.
We're at 3.1 on the vortex and 3.00 on the magnetic.
All right, and now we're at 3 on the rotometer.
We are at 2.2 on the vortex and 2.08 on the magnetic.
So, if you had any trouble hearing any of the gallons per minute, don't worry. Just like last lab, we're going to be providing y'all with a data table. We're also going to include moving back up from 3 to 8 gallons per minute. To get y'all that data.
I think that's it for this lab. It's fairly straightforward. Make sure you follow the lab manual when you're writing your reports. Make sure you watch the video we'll be providing and look through the PowerPoint for the theory. And otherwise, if you have any problems or questions, send one of us an email. And other than that, we will see you next time.
All right, good luck. Y'all have a good week.